Howdy, welcome back to the channel. UltraHuman Ring Air is a piece of tech that's been on my hand for 7-8 months now. Whenever I made the first video about it on this channel, I still love this thing. Today I'm going to be giving sort of my long-term review of it, how I'm using it too. On this channel we usually focus on tech from an experiential perspective, how we're experiencing tech, and if it fits into our life in an intentional way. So if that sounds cool to you, please consider subscribing and like this video for more. But we're going to dive in today. I'm going to start by saying this. I still love this ring and I still think that you should get one. There's going to be a link in the description for a discount, and actually what's really exciting, and I might have to read a little bit here, is UltraHuman is celebrating 1 year of the UltraHuman Ring Air. So there's a big campaign celebration of the 1 year going on from July 1st, so Monday, July 1st until the 31st of July. And what you get for that is, if you click the link in the description between those dates, the first 10 purchases made through that link will receive a present from UltraHuman, which I think I can say this. It's the UltraHuman Blackout Eye Mask. They've made this super comfy sleep mask. You know, one of their big things is sleep tracking with this. So you get that for free. You also get free 6 months of the UHX membership, which includes a host of benefits such as extended coverage, 3 months of Examine. And you do get a % off of the ring itself, as well as my discount code below. So that's going for you as well. I will say it's only in those dates between July 1st and July 31st, and only if bought through the actual UltraHuman website, not Amazon sales. So the first 10 of you, hurry up, grab it down below, and you'll get the free gift, the discount, and all that great stuff as well. So let's kind of talk about, now that that's out of the way, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about what I really love about this ring. I've got the app open here and I've got a list of new features, and that's going to be the biggest part of what I'm going to talk about. This ring has, you know, a temperature sensor, it's got the heart rate monitor, it's got step tracking, all that stuff, and these sensors that are built into the hardware, which can't really be updated. But the company, I swear, it's almost every week they release a new feature, a new measurement in their app. So the fact that they're able to take the data that's gathered from the ring and compile it in different ways, measure it in different ways, look at it in different ways to keep adding these features is what's been really exciting for me. I think it's easy with tech like this, and I'll be honest with you, I don't check the app every day, but every time I log in, there's so much data here to look at, and it's not overwhelming either. It's laid out in this nice sort of chronological-esque kind of scroll here on the home screen. They just keep adding these features and new ways of sort of understanding how your body is reacting to things and functioning based off the sensors that are in this ring. The fact that this super light, this is the titanium version, this super light ring can do so much. Like, there's so much tech in here that doesn't compute in my head. I did want to walk through some of the new features, and I have them written out here so we can go through them because some of this stuff is really cool. So the first is the dynamic recovery score. So basically, like, your recovery is not static, it's dynamic, and it depends on what you eat and how, you know, energized, how much sleep you got, how much time you've spent working out in the past week. So this score is changing, so they give you a dynamic recovery score every day, which is, you know, resting heart rate, temperature, HRV, that kind of stuff, and it creates this score for you to kind of get this benchmark of where you are each day, which is super cool. Breathwork mode is something they added as well. You're actually able to see your stress rhythms, how stressed you are throughout the day, and you can do these breath workouts which actually help to lower your stress, which is super cool because you can see sort of where your heart rate is sitting and how stressed you are in the day. Do one of these workouts and in real time see your heart rate come down and you become more fluid and relaxed, right? And that's super cool to be able to visualize that and see that. So that's been something new they've added since I've made a video in the past. Your stress rhythm, which is a whole new way to understand your daily stress in context of your body's natural cortisol patterns. You can see it on the app, learn more about how to leverage your stress for improved cognition or calm it down a little bit, you know, so you can get better sleep at night. Cardio age, which is interesting. So like, I'm 30, but I'm pretty sure my cardio age here is like 28. It's interesting. It just kind of shows how strong your heart is currently and how, you know, old your heart age is compared to you and actual time you've been here on Earth. So that's interesting. So shift work, these are for people who might be working in medicine where you're having to work night shifts and then switch to day shifts, or maybe you fly back and forth across time zones for work. This is a way of sort of adjusting that shift so that your sensors here aren't like, whoa, you didn't sleep at all last night. It's like, well, yeah, it's because I was working, right? So Vision is actually a desktop app. Kind of shows you everything here, but more displayed out in more of a dashboard setting. So you can log in there and see that kind of stuff. Even if you're wearing, your M1 glucose monitor from UltraHuman as well, that kind of data is put in there as well, which is super cool. Locate My Ring is a new feature as well. So you're actually able to use your smartphone to find, maybe it fell in the couch, or maybe you left it at a friend's house. You don't know where it is. You can use your phone to find the ring. They've got tossing and turning insights. So as you're sleeping through the night, you can see where you were flipping back and forth in the bed. Maybe you didn't have much restful sleep, and you got kind of see like, wow, at 1 a.m. I was tossing and turning a lot. I wonder if I was having a bad dream, or maybe I had too much caffeine that day, whatever it might be. But that's a super cool fact to know as well. The last one, which is morning alertness. So they say, this is potentially the first time ever conscious marker for motivation, right? So you're able to see on a graph how alert you are and motivated to do your job or your activity or whatever it might be. It's based on the sleep inertia algorithm. It's affected by motivation levels, sleep habits, sleep environment, stuff like that. So we're going to dive into my app here real quick and just kind of walk through what my body looks like. But I truly enjoy UltraHuman. I just really love working with them, and I love this product. And yeah, we've been going strong for months now, and it's got little dings here and there, as you get with a ring when you've worn it for so long. So it's starting to get a little bit of character, but it's working just as well as the day that I got it, which is really exciting. And the fact that they just keep packing features is exciting as well. So for those of you who maybe haven't seen the app before, I'm just going to kind of walk through what it looks like for me and click into some of these things and kind of show everything that this software can do with this piece of hardware that's on your finger. So you do have your movement, right? It's tracking how active you are throughout the day, which is super interesting. Your steps, activity, hours, workout frequency. Stress rhythm is really interesting. Like I said, it'll tell you if you're relaxed or stressed or you're doing activity. I'm a little more stimulated, I guess, than I was a few minutes ago. And you can kind of see it on this graph throughout the day as well. Dynamic recovery, right? Like we talked about that. You can see all of these different stats and how they work together to create these different scores. You can start your breath workout here. There's plenty of options, which is super fun. This is a big one, right? Sleep. It's super comfy to wear this thing while you're sleeping at night. So to be able to look through this and see how you slept last night. Looks like I was kind of in and out of REM. I didn't move around a lot, so that's good. Here's my morning alertness scale there, average oxygen saturation. There's a ton of like nerdy health technical stuff in here too. And I've said it before in the video, this is one of my favorites, your stimulate permissible window. And they actually, I'm gonna say they listened to me and added this in. But so basically what this does, if you don't know, it tells you when it's a good idea to start drinking caffeine for the day and when it's a good idea to stop drinking caffeine. It'll also give you a list of the types of caffeine that it would be okay to consume right now. Basically so that you get the best rest and recovery, because if you drink a bunch of caffeine the night before bed, obviously you're not going to rest, you're not going to recover as well. I had requested in a previous video that they add an actual time, so I know like, okay, at 8:14 I can start drinking my coffee, because before it was just this graph, it didn't have a time. You can kind of see at the bottom it has this like timeline, but it was hard to know when that actually was. It'll send you a notification and tell you now's a good time to start drinking caffeine if you want to, but I really wanted them to add that, and they did. You can thank me for that. No, I'm sure a few other people asked for that as well, but it's cool that the company listens to feedback. Neutral impact of light and activity. This is neat too. How does light affect us? Is it good to be reading super blue light before bed? No, right? It's good to have more natural light during the day, and at night more tungsten kind of like bulbs, to calm your mind down and stuff like that. So phase delay, your minima, phase advance. You can get into all this stuff if you want to. And I think what's cool too is like each of these sections, you can obviously open up these little eye buttons and learn more about what they are. You can do workouts. It is in beta, as you can see here. I haven't had any issues with it. Personally, I haven't used it a ton, but I've used it a handful of times and never had any issues with the workout. Individual markers, right? You've got your BPM, VO2 max, your temperature, skin temperature, that kind of stuff. You can set these SMART goals and see if you're hitting them throughout the day. Hit the plus icon. You can add food and weight, activity, workout, sleep. And as you can see, I probably need to charge my ring. They recommend keeping it between 30 and 80%, just like a Tesla. Yeah, that's a quick rundown. Over here, if you have the M1 glucose monitor, this is where your dashboard is for that. I did review that on this channel. If you wanted to check that out, I'll put it up here, wherever. Wasn't really for me, but it can be for quite a few other people, I think. So that's cool. And especially seeing this data matched with the Ring data, I'm sure that's super insightful for some people. Zones are where like you can kind of compete or at least see your friends' data too. So my friend Sam hasn't worn his Ring today, but kind of see where your scores are and kind of like Apple Health. Discover. So these are all these free workouts you can do, which is fantastic. You can download this app and do these workouts even without the Ring, which is super cool. That's the quick rundown of the app and where it sits currently. Phew, so that was a lot. I do love this Ring. I'll say it again, July 1st, July 31st, special gift to the first 10 people who buy through the link. You get my discount, you get a free 6 month of the UHX membership, which is super cool. So don't delay, grab yours down below. I hope you enjoy your UltraHuman Ring as much as I have. As always, let me know in the comments if you have any questions about the Ring or the app or the 1-year celebratory campaign that's going on in July. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, like this video for more, and watch that video. I think you're gonna love it. I appreciate you all, and I will see you in the next video.